wow, the stuff that matters, as if golf in the Olympics doesn't matter. That's the one that's going to get all the play. Your reaction, Brandel?
I think he'll regret those words for the rest of his life. I think it's likely that at the end of his career he'll regret that moment more than any other moment in the history of his career. In effect, saying that golf doesn't matter in the Olympics is an insult to everybody that goes and plays in the Olympics. It's an insult to everybody that's worked tirelessly since 2009 to try to make golf better by its inclusion in the Olympics. Golf suffers from being too expensive, too exclusionary, too slow, too hard to understand the rules, and from the criticism that for many, many years and continues on that golf is not really a sport. Rory had a chance to go there along with his peers, stand shoulder to shoulder with the greatest athletes in the world and say, golf is a sport. Look at me, I'm an athlete. And not only did he choose not to do that, and initially when he chose not to do that, he cited the Zika virus. But in effect today, he said, I'm not going, I'm not playing, I'm not watching because it doesn't matter. That is an insult to everybody that has spent time to further this game with its inclusion in the Olympics.
Frank, it's not definitive at this point, but there's a chance without ever hitting a single shot that he took a step towards killing golf in the Olympic Games with this comment today. I mean, on the whole, it simply looks like the best players in the world don't want to be there.
Yeah, I think you've got to go plural. If you're going to look at Rory, I think Brandel hits the nail on the head. That throwaway line is one that he will regret. But I'd like to think that one person doesn't make the Olympics and one person or one player in this situation doesn't break it. But I'm not saying Rory's situation is extraordinary, but if you do go back to when he was #1 in the world and he was asked about Olympics, the nagging question was he Irish or British? And he had to carry that tag for a long period of time. I'm certainly not giving him a leave pass for that. But the thing is, you know, from day one, it was like they questioned his own nationality. And for the people that understand what it is over here, even though he's from Northern Ireland, golf is played, it's one sport that's played with both together, Irish and Northern Ireland play as Ireland. But with the Olympic Games, he had to choose between Ireland and Northern Ireland, which is British. I know it sounds complicated. So for him, from square one, it was where does your allegiance lie? And then finally, when he made up the decision, I think once the other people started pulling out, I think it became the inevitable, just go along with the flow. There's a certain sense of solidarity amongst the top players. I mean, there is sort of an underlying feeling that there is something more at foot. You know, I sort of point the finger at schedule. We talked about that last night. It seemed the PGA Tour did not acquiesce with the schedule to make this stand out to be like the Olympics or something special every 4 years.
You could understand somebody from the outside who's not really involved with golf would say, come on, guys, suck it up for a week. You're talking about 4 players to go down for 5 or 6 days. Is that too much to ask once every 4 years? Again, that's the outside perception.
Yeah, but I think you answered your own question within the question for somebody that doesn't understand golf, professional golf.